Hello friends, we have already discussed about the interference and we know that there are two types of interference, right? First one is constructive and second one is destructive. So we also know that when crest of one wave superpose on the crest of other wave, or we can say when the throw of one wave superpose on the throw of second, or we can say other wave, then this interference is known as constructive interference. And when a crest of one wave superpose on the throw of other wave, or we can say that when a throw of one wave superpose on the crest of other wave, then this interference is known as destructive. In short, we can say that when crest on crest or throw on throw, then we can say that is a constructive interference. And when crest on throw, or we can say throw on crest, then we can say that is destructive interference, right? We also know about the coherent and incoherent source, right? We know that if if the phase difference between the displacement produced by the waves does not change with the time, then the sources are known as the coherent source. And if the phase difference is changed with the time, then we can say that that's a incoherent source, right? I repeat, when the phase difference between the displacement produced by each wave does not change with time, then that sources are known as the coherent source. And if this phase difference changes with the time, then we can say that the sources are the incoherent source, right? We already discussed about this, right? Now we discuss about the intensity if the path difference at a point from two sources is 5. So here the path difference is 5, right? So we know the equation. Suppose the displacement equation of the first source is a cos omega t. Now here the path difference is 5, so the displacement of second source is a cos omega t plus 5, because here the path difference is 5. But we can say that like this. Suppose this is for n is equals to 0, right? This is for n is equals to 1, this is for 2, this is for 3. Same on the other side, n is equals to minus 1, n is equals to minus 2, n is equals to minus 3. Suppose here we consider a point G. Here at point G, the path difference between two displacement is 5, right? So here we assume, right? So here we assume that at point G, the path difference between two displacement is 5. So we can say that suppose at point G, let the path difference between two displacement is 5, right? So now suppose the displacement produced by source 1 is A cos omega t. So the displacement produced by S1, or we can say that source 1 at G, is y1 is equals to A cos omega t, equation number 1. And also the displacement produced by source 2 at point G is y2 is equals to A cos omega t plus phi, because the path difference is phi. Now from the superposition principle we can say that y is equals to y1 plus y2. So the resultant displacement according to the superposition principle, y is equals to y1 plus y2. Right. We know that y1 is equals to A cos omega t and y2 is equals to A cos omega t plus phi. So y is equals to here A cos omega t plus value of y2 A cos omega t plus phi. Right. Now here we can take A common. So y is equals to here A common. So cos omega t plus cos omega t plus phi. Right. So here this is the formula cos A plus cos B, maths formula. The formula is like this: cos A plus cos B is equals to 2A cos A plus B by 2 cos A minus B by 2. Right. So the formula is like this. We know that, or you have to remember, right? A group student know this formula, right? For B group you have to remember cos A plus cos B is equals to 2 cos A plus B by 2 cos A minus B by 2. Right. So you have to remember, friends, cos A plus cos B is equals to 2A 2 cos A plus B by 2 cos A minus B by 2. Right. You have to remember this. Now this is easy. See, cos, this is A and this is B. Right. So we apply the formula cos A plus cos B, that is 2 cos A plus B by 2 cos A minus B by 2, or we can say 2 cos A minus B by 2 cos A plus B by 2. Right. You can write that. Right. So y is equals to A. Now we apply the formula 2 cos A plus B by 2, or we can say A minus B by 2. So here A minus B, so omega t A minus B, so minus omega t minus phi. Right. A minus B, so we have to take a negative sign. Right. So omega t minus B, so minus omega t minus phi by 2. Then cos A plus B, so omega t plus B, so omega t plus phi by 2. Right. So y is equals to here 2A cos omega t cancel, so we can say minus phi by 2 cos here 2 times omega t plus omega t, so 2 omega t plus phi by 2. Right. But here we know that know that cos of minus theta is equals to cos theta, right? So the value of cos minus 5 by 2 is cos 5 by 2, right? Because cos of minus theta is equals to cos theta, right? So we can say that y is equals to 2a cos 5 by 2. Cos, here we divide by 2, so 2 omega t by 2 plus 5 by 2, right? So we write like this. So y is equals to 2a cos 5 by 2 cos 2 omega t by 2 plus 5 by 2, right? Like this. 2a cos 5 by 2 cos 2 omega t by 2 plus 5 by 2. Okay. So y is equals to 2a cos 5 by 2 cos, here 2 cancel, so we can say that omega t plus 5 by 2, right? So here the resultant displacement is y is equals to 2a cos 5 by 2 cos omega t plus 5 by 2. Now we know that the equation of the displacement is y is equals to a cos omega t. So the equation of displacement is like this, right? Y is equals to a cos omega t, where a, we know that a is the amplitude, right? So here you can see that y is equals to, this is a amplitude, right? This is amplitude cos omega t plus 5 by 2. So this is the, as we compare this equation to the displacement, so y is equals to, this is amplitude and this is cos omega t plus 5 by 2. So we can say that here amplitude of the resultant displacement is 2a cos 5 by 2. But we already know that the intensity is directly proportional to the square of amplitude. So again we know that the intensity I0, this is the intensity of the wave, so single wave, right? Here I0 is the velocity of single wave, right? So intensity is directly proportional to the square of the amplitude, number 3. So here for the resultant wave we can say that I directly proportional to the square of amplitude. So here the amplitude is 2a cos 5 by 2, right? So the square is 2a whole square, that means 4a square cos square 5 by 2, right? So this is the intensity. So again we know that the intensity directly proportional to the square of the amplitude, so I0 proportional to a square, and for the resultant displacement amplitude is 2a cos 5 by 2. So intensity proportional to the square of amplitude, so 2a whole square, that means 4a square cos square 5 by 2. Now if we want to prove the relation between I and I0, so we take the ratio of 4 and 3. So by taking the ratio of equation 4 and 3, so we get I upon I0 is equals to 4a square cos square 5 by 2 upon a square, right? I upon I0, that means 4a square cos square 5 by 2 upon a square. Here a square cancel, here we take I0 to right hand side, so we get I is equals to 4I0 cos square 5 by 2, right? So here the intensity is 4I0 cos square 5 by 2, right? So suppose if we have to prove the intensity for constructive and destructive from this formula, right? I is equals to 4I0 cos square 5 by 2. Now we already know that for the constructive interference I is equals to 4I0, right? Already we have discussed, right? So we know that for constructive interference I is equals to 4I0, and we know that for destructive interference I is equals to 0, right? So suppose here we know the intensity I is equals to 4I0 cos square 5 by 2. So we can write that the intensity I is equals to 4I0 cos square 5 by 2, right? Now here we derive the intensity for constructive and destructive. So suppose phi is equals to 0, right? So here we have to put 0. So we get I is equals to 4I0 cos square, value of phi is 0 by 2. So cos square 0, the value of cos 0 is 1, so cos square 0 is also 1, right? So we can say that I is equals to 4I0, right? Because cos 0 is equals to 1, right? So cos square 0 is also 1. So intensity I is equals to 4I0, right? Now suppose phi is equals to, we take the value pi, right? So I is equals to 4I0 cos square pi by 2, right? Now the value of cos pi by 2, cos pi by 2 is 0, right? So cos pi by 2 is 0, so intensity will be 0. So I is equals to 0, right? Because cos pi by 2 is equals to 0, right? Now suppose we take n pi, means 2 pi. So suppose phi is equals to 2 pi. So I is equals to 4I0 cos square, instead of phi 2 pi by 2, right? 2 cancel. So I is equals to 4I0 cos square pi, right? We know that cos pi is -1, so -1 whole square, so we get +1. So I is equals to 4I0, because cos pi is equals to -1, so we get cos square pi +1. So I is equals to 4I0, right? Now you can see that here we take phi is equals to 0, then we get I is equals to 4I0. That means this is the condition for constructive interference. If we take phi is equals to pi, then intensity is 0. So intensity is 0, so we can say that this is the destructive interference, right? So here we take pi, so we get I is equals to 0. So this is the destructive interference. Here if we take phi is equals to 2 pi, then I is equals to 4I0. That means this is the constructive interference, right? So we can say that if phi is equals to 0, 2 pi, then even numbers like 4 pi, 6 pi, 8 pi, then the constructive interference will be formed, right, which having a maximum intensity. And if phi is equals to pi, 3 pi, 5 pi, like odd numbers. So we get a destructive interference and will gives a zero intensity, right? So we can say that we can say that if phi is equals to 0 plus or minus 2 pi, or even numbers plus or minus 4 pi, etc. So for these values, if phi is equals to 0 plus or minus 2 pi plus or minus 4 pi, etc., right, like even numbers, then constructive interference will form, and this leading to the maximum intensity, right? So if we take phi is equals to 0 plus or minus 2 pi plus or minus 4 pi, like even numbers, then constructive interference will be formed, and this gives the maximum intensity. Now if phi is equals to plus or minus pi plus or minus 3 pi plus or minus 5 pi, etc., odd numbers, right, then destructive interference will form, and this leading to zero intensity, right? So if we take 0 or the even number of pi, then we get a constructive interference, and which gives a maximum intensity. But if we take phi is equals to pi, 3 pi, 5 pi, like odd numbers, then we get a destructive interference, and this gives a zero intensity, right? Here we prove this. Now friends, suppose in exam we know that the formula is I is equals to 4I0 cos square 5 by 2 of intensity, right, for the path difference at a point from two sources phi, right? So we know that if the path difference at a point from two source is 5, then the intensity is 4I0 cos square 5 by 2, right? You have to remember this equation, right? So once again I repeat, you have to remember that if the path difference at a point from two source is 5, then the intensity is I is equals to 4I0 cos square 5 by 2. Now suppose if we have to find out the average intensity, then we have to take the average value of this equation, right? 4I0 cos square 5 by 2, right? So extra for JEE NEET, or we can say GUJCAT, we try to find out the average intensity. So average intensity if the path difference at a point from two source is 5. So we have to find out the average value of intensity. So we know that the intensity, if the path difference at point from to source is 5, then we know that I is equals to 4I0 cos square 5 by 2, right? Now we have to find out the average intensity. So we have to take the average value of I. So average intensity, this is the symbol of average, right? Like this is the average intensity. So 4I0 will be constant, so we have to take an average of angle cos square 5 by 2, right? So for average intensity we have to take the average value of this equation. So average intensity I is equals to 4I0 constant, so in average value of cos square 5 by 2. Now friends, you have to remember that the average value of cos square 5 by 2 is 1 by 2, right? I repeat once again, the average value of cos square 5 by 2 is 1 by 2. So the average value of cos square 5 by 2, or we can say average of cos square 5 by 2 is equals to 1 by 2, right? We have to remember this, right? So average value of cos square 5 by 2 is 1 by 2. So average intensity I is equals to 4I0 into average of cos square 5 by 2 is 1 by 2, right? 2 into 2 4. So we get an average intensity I is equals to 2I0, right? So the average intensity, if the path difference at a point from two source is 5, then we get average intensity I is equals to 2I0, right? So friends, you have to remember the intensity for constructive interference is I is equals to 4I0. For destructive interference, I is equals to 0. If the path difference from two source is 5, then intensity I is equals to 4I0 cos square 5 by 2. And at last, if the path difference is 5, then the average intensity I is 2I0. Okay, so you have to remember this. Okay, thank you.